Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing. Not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Face, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man, A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all.
Cut the music. Cut the music. We not doing that today. Cut the music off the rip. Cut it. Cut it. All right, I got another show I gotta do later. Cut the music. All right, listen, real quick before we was all jamming out and all that stuff. No. I got to do this. Disclaimer. If you're a Jackson State fan, a Jackson State alum, a Jackson State sandwagon, updagging, boundwagon, sidewagon, bandwagon, listen, I drove the bus, so I know what you look like and I know what you sound like. All right. I'm going to give you the time right now to click off. I'm going to give you the time to click off right now. All right. I'm going to count down from 5. No, I'm going to count down from 10. All right. If you're a Jackson State alum, fan, Deion Sanders worshiper, Coach Prime worshiper, whatever you are, all right, you are more than happy to move along. All right, I'm gonna give you the count. I'm count it down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm not gonna be mad if I lose views. 6, 5. This is for me to protect you now. 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 1. All right, I gave you a chance. I gave everybody a chance. I gave everybody a chance to get away. Now, from this point forward, whatever you hear, whatever you feel, I gave you disclaimer. I gave you this disclaimer. I gave it to you. All right. So I'm going to go over the comments that Coach Prime, Jackson State's Lord and Savior, you know what I'm saying? And he talked about Shador Jesus Christ Jr. Sanders and why he didn't get first team award. Okay. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to play the clip and we'll be right back. All right, cool. Let's get it.
I'm a little salty about that situation right now. You know, I'm transparent with y'all. I'm going to keep it 100. Then it just gave me the
Shador has a phenomenal season going on. Can you talk about that gentleman and what you've been able to put in him and the hard work he's putting out there?
I'm a little salty about that situation right now. You know, I'm transparent with y'all. I'm going to keep it 100.
Okay, so why is it when I'm transparent and I want to keep it 100, I get in trouble? I get in trouble. I keep it 100. I keep it transparent. I get in trouble. That's amazing to me. That's amazing to me. But okay, I guess I'm not, Deion Christ Sanders. Okay. All right, continuing on.
Then it just gave me the sheet with the awards on it. We don't have not one offensive player. Man, how is that possible? Not one. And what this young man accomplished, forget that he's my son, what he accomplished in the SWAC this year as a freshman. So don't punish him because he's a freshman.
No. All right, first of all, let's rewind that, right? I like to break it down. You know what I'm saying? First of all, we cannot separate the fact that you are Deion Christ Sanders. He's Shador Jesus Christ Jr. Sanders. We can't separate that. There is no separation. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, the three are one, okay? Deion Jesus Christ Jr., Deion Christ Sanders, Shador Jesus Christ Jr., and Shilo Holy Spirit Sanders. The three are one. What are you talking about? We can't separate them. That can't happen. They come from your loins. There is no separation. This ain't church and state, all right? This ain't federal and state. We can't separate the two. That's numero uno. Number two, there is no, I'm going to break it down like this. What offensive player other than Shador should have made a first team? All right. Let's start with your running backs. Oh my God, I forgot. You don't got none. You ain't got none. All right. Who? Other than Tyson Alexander, Mr. Boom Bop, you ain't got no running backs. Peyton Pickett still wish he was back at Liberty. What are you doing? What are you talking? What? That's neither here nor there. Keith Corbin has not. I'm glad somebody said Keith Corbin. His production does not outweigh Abdul Ibrahim or Hilaire. Both of those guys are in the top 5 in yards and touchdowns. What are we talking about? All right. Tony Gray. I don't know how an offensive lineman got on any team. Your offensive lineman was garbage. I mean, straight boo-boo. Boo, boo. All right. You could not run block to save your life. They couldn't protect your foot. Okay. If all five of your offensive linemen surrounded you, they couldn't even protect your foot. That's how bad your offensive linemen were. Okay. I don't even know how he got on the list. Malachi Wyman, he does not have 11 games of body of film. He does not have 11 games of work. You put him on there. Y'all put them on that boy on. You did that to him. Y'all started him late in the season. If he would have started from game 1 going forward, then yeah, Malachi definitely would have been a first team wide receiver. I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt about that. But that's it. What happened to the Alabama kid, Robert Lanier? Nowhere to be found. Ooh, still looking for him. All right. So no, the only person that deserves to be is Keith Corbin and Shedeur. And Shedeur does not deserve to be on the first team. But I'm gonna let you finish.
Give him what he should have coming. And I just thought he should have been the quarterback. I don't want to hear freshman of the year. That's automatic. We knew that. But he should have been, and I'm not dismissing Mr. Glass because I think that guy's a pro. I hope he goes pro because that's just what I want for him, and I think he can do it. But Shedeur Ball, I know darn well every last one of y'all know what he did and what he represented as a freshman.
I don't give a damn if he's a freshman. That freshman shit missed me with that shit. It does not matter. All right, let me help you out. Since you want to talk narratives, it's about, I don't give a damn. This ain't the freshman All-American team. If he was on the freshman All-American team, cool. Yeah, give him the freshman SWAC all-freshman team. You're absolutely right. He should have been the only quarterback on the freshman all-conference team. All right, and then Andrew Body would have been second team all-freshman. But this ain't the all-freshman team. So let me help you out, Deion. Since you just wanna throw stuff out there, I'm gonna throw some stuff out there. Okay, I like throwing stuff out there. All right, I like throwing stuff out there. Let me help you throw some more stuff out there. Akil Glass has the 8th best offense. He led the 8th best offense in the FCS. Deion, would you care to tell me what number your son led? Huh? Would you care to tell me, Deion, what number offense your son led? Don't worry, I'll wait. Huh? Oh. Did somebody say 42? Did somebody say Jackie Robinson? Did somebody say Jackie Robinson? I thought I heard somebody say Jackie Robinson. Did somebody say Jackie Robinson? Oh, okay. I thought somebody said Jackie Robinson. My man threw for 3,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 7 picks. You threw for 28 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and 2,900 yards. Now, let me ask you this. Who had the more complete team? Who had the more complete team? I'll say it again. Oh, because I'm preaching today. Because you're a man of God, right? So let me preach to you. Who had the more complete team? I said, Brother Sanders, who had the more complete team? So make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. This dude, it's not a team. This is not a team category. I want to be very clear when I'm saying this. This is not a team category. You cannot blame Akil Glass for not showing up on the Jackson State game. You can't knock that one game, cannot indict on his whole 11 games. That can't happen. He averaged 37 points per game. And he has 2 wide receivers on the first team. That means them Bama's was putting up points. Putting up points. Putting up points. Ah. Come on, Brother Sanders. Come on, Brother Sanders. Talk to me, Brother Sanders. Talk to me, Brother Sanders. Ha! Talk to me. Hey, talk to me, Brother Sanders. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. So if it's based off stats, your son does not cut. He's not cut. Listen, I want you to understand. Go look at the Go look at the FCS. Listen, I know a lot of you Jackson State fans just watch CFL, and then that's all the Fox News that you get. Oh, CFL says Shedeur is Joe Montana, so he has to be Joe Montana. No, go research. Go on the FC. You know what Blue taught me? Blue Bloods has taught me where to get my information from. All right. Take y'all happy asses to the FCS. All right. Look at the offensive standings. Right. And when you look, I want you to keep scrolling down because you ain't going to see Jackson State in the top 20 or nothing. Okay. They ain't going to be in the top 20 or nothing. So keep scrolling. All right. Keep scrolling. And then when you look at it, I want you to see who is right below them. Texas Southern. Texas Southern is the 44th ranked offense. You 42. What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on, man. What are we doing? Huh? What are we doing? So he led a 37 points per game. And then, you want to talk about overall offense? Oh, we want to talk about overall offense. We'll just talk about how Akil Glass is top 10 in FCS in passing and Akil is 15th. We'll talk about how Akil Glass is number 8 and Shedeur is number 15. Or is it number 5? I don't know. I lose track sometimes about how high Akil Glass is. The disrespect is real. The disrespect is real. And then you have somebody on here talking about some. Oh, what about Tuskegee? Didn't you play a D2 school called Delta State? I'm confused. I'm confused. Because I see it as such as like this. Why doesn't Shedeur put up 30 points a game? Why doesn't Shedeur have to put up 30 points per game to win games? Why doesn't Shedeur average 37? If he's all world, why doesn't his team average 37 points per game? Why is his team not top 10 in I mean because if I'm it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't understand. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what y'all. Let me just show y'all what the Jackson State fans, the people that go to CFL. Let me show y'all how y'all look like. And the funny thing is that before I show y'all stuff, right? Before I show y'all how y'all look like, let me say this. Just because Dion said that, I wouldn't put it past the SWAC office to go back and change the standings. I wouldn't put it past the SWAC office to go back and change the standings. Because Dion said it. Dion said it. Because Dion said it. I mean, because Dion said it. Why? Of course it's right. Dion said it. Coach Prime said it. Of course it's right. Of course it's right. Okay. So let me show y'all how y'all look. All right. Let me show y'all how y'all look. Let me show you. This is what the SWAC office and Dion look like. When you
No. Stick around. Hang out with us.
We gotta get going.
No. Stick around. Hang out with us.
Cool. Yeah, we'll stay and hang around with us. With Alice Cooper.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're scum! We suck!
Enough said. Enough said. But listen. But it's a call-in show. You're always welcome. You are the only participant in the conference. You're always welcome to call in. You're more than welcome to call in if you disagree, right? You can live in the chat. That is clearly your prerogative, okay? That is your prerogative. If you want to live in the chat, you're more than welcome to live in the chat. And remind you, I want to be very clear. If Jackson State fans, if you call my line being emotional, I I gave a disclaimer before the video. I even put a disclaimer on I said, hey, you might not want to watch this video if you're a Jackson State fan. I said that. So I just make that very clear. I tried to save you from the heartache of this show. I said that. Okay? I definitely said that. I'm saying I said that because I said it. Okay? So, all right. All right, what's up, Ryan? Talk to me.
Look, man, we chilling. Jackson State fans chilling. Like, we getting ready for a playoff game. Like, we chilling.
Mm-hmm.
So, first off, if anybody emotional, it's you.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm a little emotional. You're right. I'm a little emotional.
Well, listen, man. I'm like, damn, what did Deion say? So, he pretty much lobbying for his guys, which a good coach would do. Now, if you want to say Akil Glass is Offensive Player of the Year, I'm not going to argue that. That man got good stats. Okay, but to act like, oh, man, you, Shedeur, oh, you're crazy. Like, that man, Shedeur had a great season. Even Blue, I think Blue even said a couple weeks ago he would have put Shedeur as Offensive Player of the Year. So to act like Deion just, oh, man, he tripping. He off his wagon. Like, man, it's not that asinine. And like you keep saying, oh, well, look at the total offense for A&M. Look at the total offense for Jackson. A&M, you would agree, who got the better running game?
A&M.
Jackson State running game trash, right?
A&M.
Okay, so Shedeur is playing with one hand behind his back. He don't have no running game.
Ryan, shut up, bro.
Again,
Ryan, shut up, bro.
Ryan,
shut up, bro. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. That's a lie, bro.
Man do not have a running game. The man has no running game.
Bro, it's not. You're not playing with one hand tied behind your back when you have a defense like that, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, look. Hold on. Can I please just let me talk? Just listen to what I'm saying. That's it. He does not. We talking about offense. You talking about the defense. Yes, he has a great defense to depend on. Granted, Akil doesn't. But Akil does have a running back who led the conference in rushing. Doesn't that help? Don't that help Akil? Does that not help Akil?
Yeah, it helps him.
Okay. Shedeur doesn't. Doesn't that hinder Shedeur?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Oh my gosh! But it help. The leader rusher helps Akil, but the worst rusher
listen?
Hinder
If you're going
Shedeur.
to listen, let me ask you this. Let me explain to you how this works, Ryan. If you're going to ask me a question, I can expound on it. But then don't cry about, can you let me finish my conversation? If you're going to ask me a question, so it's either going to be one thing. You're going to say your point, I'm gonna rebuttal it, or you're going to ask me a question and I'm gonna finish my thought. What you going to do? What you want to do?
Shoot, guys, shoot.
My point is this: it helps Akil Glass, right? But at the same time, he has to score all the points. Every point you see in Akil Glass, he needs every single point. So it hurts, but it doesn't hurt. It helps, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help to the full extent of what he needs. Because if he had a defense, he wouldn't have to put up the points that he has to put up. You don't have to go in shootouts with Tuskegee. You don't have to go in shootouts with South Carolina. You don't have to do shootouts with Alabama State and all these teams. You wouldn't have to be in shootouts. All Shedeur has to do, and what Shedeur has always had to do, is not crash the car. That's it. And as the season has gone forward, he's gotten more and more control of the car, but he never has to go into a game worried, because why? No team has ever scored more than 3 touchdowns. No team has ever done that. So all you got to do is be better than 3 touchdowns and you win the game. You win the game.
I can talk, man.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, man. Oh, this is my whole point. I ain't going to take too much of your time. This is my whole point. Listen, if I agree, Akil maybe should have been Offensive Player of the Year. My point is, Deion is not asinine for saying, oh, my son should have maybe been Offensive Player of the Year. With the stats he had, like I say, your partner, your God, Blue, said the same thing 2-3 weeks ago. Like, so it's not that asinine. And that's pretty much it, man.
But you're missing the point, though. I didn't say Shedeur should have been Offensive Player of the Year. I didn't say that's not my point. My point is for you to think he should be first team quarterback over Akil Glass. That's a stat category, and he shouldn't be Offensive Player of the Year because he doesn't have the stats of Akil. The stat. Listen, this is a stat. This is a stat game. It's a stat award. We all understand that. It's a stat award, my boy. If Akil Glass was great but didn't put up stats, he wouldn't have been the offensive player of the year. So what are we talking about? You can be okay, you can't be average and be the offensive player of the year. It's a stat award. It's a stat award. Does Akil Glass lose in any stat other than picks? No. You can talk about completion percentage, but he doesn't have to throw as much as Glass.
Okay. All right, man. All right, that was up.
Okay, yeah. Listen, the thing that you guys miss on, I'm not talking about intangibles. I'm not talking about clutch. I'm not talking about pocket presence. None of those are in my argument. So if you call on my line talking about but he's more poised, I'll give that to Shedeur. I will give that to Shedeur 9 times out of 10. Clutch factor, poise factor, whatever factor you want to give him, I'll give him that. It is a stat award. A stat award. Akil Glass has better stats, so you can't just come out your mouth and say, because he's you were punishing him because he's a freshman. No, you're changing the narrative. We're not punishing him because he's a freshman. Everybody respects his game as he is a freshman. The point is that the simple fact of the matter is it's a stat award, and his stats do not compete. Simple. It's simple. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think what people are getting misconstrued, which, I wouldn't have no problem with either way, is because you have an offensive coach like Maynard, they're always going to put up points. I think Quincy Casey will put up points also, and he will have the stats, and as long as they do something, obviously they didn't have as good as the team as they did in the spring. But I think Akil has benefited with having Maynard, and Maynard's an offensive guy. So as long as you have an offensive guy and somebody who could throw the ball around, he's going to have, anybody who's in that quarterback spot with Maynard is going to have great offensive stats. Shedeur had great stats, but they wasn't bad stats, but it wasn't to me that was only because they have really two different offenses. Maynard is a very much an offensive guy first and foremost, first, second, and third most. So Akil is gonna have the stats overwhelming. So I don't have a problem with Akil being offensive player of the year. But I'm sure Akil would trade it in to be going to the SWAC championship, but I think that's what people are missing is apples and oranges. I think as long as Maynard's at A&M, they're always gonna have 3,000 or 4,000 yard quarterback because that's just the way he thinks. It's like the Phoenix Suns back in the day with Nash. They always put up points. Whoever's the point guard there, always put up points and everything. So, but I mean, I don't have a problem with Prime riding for his son, who played well, but Akil had a great season. They just didn't win enough.
Okay, appreciate it. All right, so listen, you gotta watch the full video, right? Because he says we don't have not one offensive player on the first team. Why? Why would you have? Why would any voter put a offensive player on Jackson State on the first team? The only person that comes close to being on the first team is Shedeur and Malachi. But Shedeur didn't outthrow Shedeur didn't outthrow Akil. So that's a wash. That's not happening, right? So then you have Malachi, who didn't play a full season. So you can't put him above Abdul and you can't put him over Abdul and Hilaire. They got better stats than him. They got more production than him. So why are you making this push like you should have people on the offense? Your offense was not the reason you won a lot of games. Let's be real. You have no running backs. You have no running backs. John Chopsticks Keith Corbin is not a first-team wide receiver. He did not beat anybody above him, so he is not a first-team wide receiver. Miss me with that, John Chopsticks. Miss me with that, okay? So what it is. Now, your defense, absolutely. I get it. To me, the biggest indictment is Keontae Hampton not being on the first team. I don't know how the hell you put Isaiah Land as a linebacker. He's not a linebacker. Well, he might need to he might need to be transitioned to linebacker because he's still looking for Cole Kelly. Can't find him. But anyway, my thing is this. You have the best tandem linebackers, and for them to try to squeeze Isaiah Land in there, they put him at linebacker, which is wrong. Keontae Hampton and Aubrey Miller should have been first-team linebackers. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. But I gotta see this SWAC postseason awards again. This is just not. Let me see this again. Because no. Let me see. Yeah, because let me see. Boo boo. Football. Man, this thing zoomed in all the way. I need to. Ooh, man, my eyes are bad. Let me see. They got the. Here we go. Let me see. Recap. Boom. Next should be postseason. Where the postseason stuff at? Boom, boom, boom. Let me see. Here we go. Right here. So let me see this. Let me see this. Yeah. Yeah, like this is the absolute first of all, if I'm being honest, I don't even know how Tony Gray got on the second team. I don't even know how Tony Gray got on the second team. If I'm being honest. How, Sway? How? Your offensive line was atrocious. Atrocious. I could have played left tackle. Atrocious. All right, so let me see this. Yeah, listen, I don't know whose son. Listen, man, this is not. I'm sorry. The dude from Grambling State should not be on this line. Put Isaiah Land at defensive lineman. Take the dude from Grambling State off, and then add. Or you could take Ontario Johnson, the Bethune-Cookman linebacker, and put Keontae Hampton. Like somebody gotta go because you can't tell me that Keontae Hampton is not a first team. He's not a first team linebacker. That's who you should be lobbying for, okay? Bump your son, Shador Jesus Christ Jr. Bump him. You should be lobbying for Keontae Hampton and why he's not a first-team linebacker. That's where the lobby. I would have been all for you. I would have been like, yeah, get the SWAC conference on call. That's foolishness. But you crying over your offensive players? Your offensive players? Come on, man. Stop it. You are, man, I'm not about to deal with that dude. He's bumming. Anyway, no, that's who we should be talking about. That's who we should be talking about, Keontae Hampton. Because if you want to, okay, let me say this. For all the people that saying stats don't matter or who's the better player, right? You can make the same argument for Aubrey and Keontae. Aubrey Miller is not better than Keontae Hampton. Keontae Hampton is a better linebacker. Aubrey Miller has better stats. It's the same thing. It is the same exact thing. You could say Shador is better than Akil, but Akil has the better stats. So if you're going to make the argument for Shador being over Akil, then Aubrey Miller needs to be on the second team and Keontae Hampton needs to be on the first team. If we're talking about talent over stats. That's what I'm saying. It is what it is. You can leave it at that. All right, you can just leave it at that. But of course you want to admit to that because all you're going to tell me is, but Scotty, Aubrey Miller led the SWAC in tackles. Well, all Akil Glass did was lead the SWAC in passing yards. Then what we doing? And he had a better running game. So really make that make sense to me. He had a better running attack than you and still threw for more yards than you. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
What's up, Scotty?
What's up?
This Johnny calls from Jackson, Mississippi. I just wanted to give, my little 2 cents, man. I was gonna call and try to make an argument, man, but goddamn it, you right. Us as Jackson State fans, man, we can't sit here and make a ruckus about the offensive defensive player awards when Keontae Hampton was crowned preseason defensive player of the year going into the spring when goddamn we only won 4 games. So we can't just sit here and just take this bait and be babies about it. I see what Prime doing. Prime ride for his son. Prime want to motivate us, but at the same time, man, credit got to be due. Isaiah Land, he had stats all year. Akil had stats all year, and like my thing is, I don't agree that the selection name just 2 first-team receivers. Like that's just my opinion, but I think probably be 3 or 4 receivers named. But at the same time, Hilaire and Ibrahim, they deserve it. They deserve it.
My thing is this, you and I guess the award should kind of go to where the style of offense is going to nowadays, because nobody really has 2 backs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason you're taking a spot from the receiver because you got 2 backs. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of that old style, 2-back system or whatever. So that's where you're losing the receiver. Like, yeah, now don't get me wrong. You take out a running back. I'll take Keith Corbin right in that 3rd spot at receiver easily. You know what I'm saying? And he's, you know what I'm saying?
I'll give him 3.
Yeah, give him, or you get, listen, if you want to go D. Anderson, if you want to go Keith Corbin, that's your prerogative. It's your prerogative, whatever you want to do. But at the same time, he's not better than the 2 in front of him. That's point blank, period. But with the Keontae Hampton and the Aubrey Miller jank, like it's literally, if you watch the game, all you got to do is literally go watch the game. They asked Keontae Hampton to do twice as much as what they asked Aubrey Miller to do.
Oh yeah, because Keontae, he moved to outside linebacker since the spring. He was usually our middle linebacker.
Yeah.
But, Aubrey can't cover. We all know that. And Keontae gonna he gonna work that outside. And so like I'm fine with every pick. Fine with every pick. Not gonna take nothing away from Akil. Not gonna take nothing away from FAMU defensive being land. Guys, well deserved of it. Well deserved of it, man.
No, too easy. Hey, but appreciate the call.
Thank you, man.
No problem. I think I want to say writers like coaches, writers, and all type of stuff. I think that's usually the media. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe they send out a ballot and everything like that. So I think that is what it is. So listen, let me finish this out because
the interception ratio and doing what we've accomplished, why we're here right now where we are. Shoot. Let it be it, but not one offensive guy, not even one of our receivers. Wow. Yeah, that's unbelievable. We got to stop that foolishness and call it what it is, man. Not one offensive guy. On the first team. I don't know the second team. Nobody care about no second team. Nobody even goes that far. Nobody even know who lost the Super Bowl last year. You know who won. Tom Brady won. You don't even know who lost. So and nobody care about no second team. I don't even read back that far. I didn't even know it was a second team. Thank you for notifying me that it was a second team. No second place. Ain't nobody getting up for second place.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
I appreciate you, man.
You know what? You know what, guy? Hey, Coach Prime, here you go. You emotional, bro. You emotional, bro. It's okay. Listen, I'm a little emotional too. We all get a little emotional. So everyone falls in love sometime. You're about to know. I don't know about you, but it ain't a crime. You know what Coach Rob said? He said, looks at the second team. So nobody care about Scotty. Nobody care about Shador. Nobody care about Shilo. I don't even know how he made this list. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I do not know how Shilo made this list, but I ain't even gonna say that. Oh man. Ooh. Wee. I don't even know how he made that list. God almighty. Let me see. Yeah, he shouldn't have made this list. There's no way. There's no way I'm taking Shilo over Antoine Collier. I would have took Cam. I would have took Cam over Shilo, if I'm being honest. Like, I would have took Cam over Shilo, if I'm being honest. Shilo made the second team. Listen, I'm taking Cam over Shilo. I'm taking Antoine Collier over Shilo. I'm taking Kenneth Martin at Valley over Shilo. Like, oh my God. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Yeah. So that's what happens when you got a name. When you got a name, that's what happens. It's not about picks. It's not about picks. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is to get picks as a safety? Do you know how hard it is to get picks as a safety? All right. Which I think Shilo got 2 picks for the season. He got 2 picks for the season, if I'm not mistaken. He got the one against Southern. He got the one against, and he got the tip ball against Alcorn. He got 2. He got 2 picks. So he got 1 more pick than Cam. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. I'll give you the forced fumbles. I'll give you the forced fumbles. Where's the 3rd pick happen? What game? 1 against Alcorn, 1 against Southern. What's the other one? What's the other one? Where's the other game at? I'm trying to think. Oh, he went got against Body. Okay. I'm still not taking Shilo. Bethune-Cookman? Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm still not taking him over Antoine Collier. Still not taking him over Antoine Collier. Still not taking him over Cam. I'm taking Cam over him. Now, that for me, I'll tell you, that one for me is a little bit more it's more of a personal preference. I don't think Shedeur is as impactful as Cam. That's very debatable. I think Shilo is more a debate of like what kind of safety you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're looking for a hit, like a hard hitter that might wrap up, might not wrap up, you know, but if he gets you, he'll hit you. Then that's the kind of guy you're looking for. Me, I want somebody that when they fill the hole, the play's over. All right? When they fill the hole, the play's, and that's Cam. When Cam fills the hole, the play's over. That's what it is. Hey, black man, listen, bro, why do you ask me questions in the chat? Why don't you call your black ass in and I can have the conversation over the phone? The call lines stay open, my boy. Stop asking me dumbass questions in the chat and call in. Hey, like Ryan does. Ryan calls in. He's a Jackson State fan. He says, hey, Scotty, I don't understand what you're saying. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Dwayne, you can do the same thing. Stop asking me questions in the chat. Stop that. Just call in. All right, just call in. And that's the crazy thing. I told him not to. I tell him not to all the time. I tell him, I say, hey, if you're a Jackson State fan, call in. Oh, no, I didn't. I said, if you're a Jackson State fan, don't watch the video. And what do? Like a 4-year-old, they touch that oven. Hey, the oven's hot. They touch the oven. Is this you, Blackman?
Nah. There's Mississippi. Man.
Oh, what's up, man? Hey, turn your background down.
Let me get back.
Turn your background down.
Huh?
Turn your background down.
All right, hold on. All right, man. Let me get back to your rant about Akil Glass, man. Akil Glass is a 5th-year senior, bro. He had them receivers with him for how long, man? How long? Shedeur is a freshman. Shedeur got receivers 1 through 6. That's a lot of receivers he got to throw to, man. That's his first year. First year with a lot of the receivers, man. And like I say, Akil, 24 years old? And Shedeur, 18? Okay, I get you when you say it's a stat award, but okay, I get you that. But Shador, man, you can't take nothing away from Shador, bro. Shador still should be offensive player of the year, man. Look what he had to go through, bro. He got receivers 1 through 6. He can't throw to all of them on the same play, man.
Sir, let me, because
what you got to say about that, man?
I listen, bro. Do you know how? Okay, let me start. Let me start with the first statement. He's a freshman. Does it matter? Because if we're comparing what we're doing, right? The freshman thing is out the window. It does not matter. It's a stat award. I don't give a damn if he was a junior, a redshirt sophomore, a redshirt. I don't care. That has nothing to do with the stats. It does not matter. Because there's other seniors like Jawan Pass who didn't do anything. He's not even in the discussion. So it doesn't matter. You got Jelani Eason at Valley, who's a senior. They didn't do what Shador does. So play style and all that type of stuff does not matter at this point. If he's a freshman, we're past that point. That's neither here nor there. And two, you're talking about, oh, he can't throw to 6 guys on one play. Can Akil Glass do the same thing? I'm sorry, I didn't see Akil Glass throw 6 balls at one time. So what are you trying to say? That makes no sense.
Like I say, man, Akil, the reason Akil got them dumb, he been with them receivers, man. This should do a first season throwing to them guys. Man.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
So you can't.
You sure about that? Because he wasn't throwing to them in the spring. He wasn't throwing to them in the spring. He wasn't practicing with them all spring. That wasn't happening.
Not in the real game.
Oh, okay. So you don't get your timing for your receivers in practice. That's not what happens. That's not how it works. Oh, you must not never play football before. Because I play wide receiver, and you pick up your timing in the offseason. That's how that works. You pick up your timing with your receivers in the offseason.
I'm talking about in game speed. In game speed.
Once again,
that's what I'm
you must not have ever played the wide receiver position because you pick up your timing with your quarterback in the offseason, sir. That's how that works. You build your timing, your route combinations, your adjustments. Most of that stuff happens in the offseason, and you make adjustments in the game as they come. But most of your time spent with your quarterback, building the rapport, where you want the ball, how you like it thrown to you, the communication, that happens in the offseason.
Okay. Like I said, I get what you're saying. If it's like a stat award, okay, I give it to Akil. But like I said, you can't. The way you talking, you can't take away enough from Shador. I mean, because like I said,
what have I taken away from Shador? I mean, tell me what I took away from Shador. Tell me what I took away from Shador. Tell me what I took away from him. Tell me that.
I mean, you took my. I mean, Deion. I mean, all Deion doing just take it up, believe in what you know.
What did I know? You called in and said I took something away from Shador. What did I take away from Shador? Tell me that. Tell me that.
You may not take none of them. I'm talking about Deion Sanders.
No, you said it. No, you said it. No, you said no. Don't say something and then be like, oh no. You said I took something from Shador. What did I take from Shador? Tell me that. Because you jumped on here acting big and bad. Oh, you taking stuff away. What did I take away from Shador? Tell me that.
You taking away his stat. He took away his stats away.
How? I showed you his stats.
You talking about Keel? You talking about Keel put up how many touchdowns? 30-some touchdowns, 4,000 yards. Okay, Shador was right there with him, 1 and 2. So like I say,
no. One's number 8.
Akil didn't blow him out.
One's number 8 in the FCS, and one's number 15. One's number 8. And one's number 15. There's no 1 and 2, maybe in the SWAC, but no, in the FCS, one's number 8 and one's number 15.
And one quarterback had his receivers for a couple of years, and the other one ain't. So experience comes into play with them stats too as well.
So coaching doesn't come into play either. Defenses don't come into play. Short fields don't come. There's a lot of variables. We can add variables, but at the end of the day, and they had a better running game. So explain to me how they have a better running game than you. And then they also put up more passing yards than you. And they also put up more points than you.
That's something I can't explain right there. When the run game, I can't explain that.
Okay.
I mean, like I say, I can't explain that. I'm just talking about the quarterback stats.
Okay.
Now you're gonna have to get with Deion and ask him about why the running back. I mean, how Akil had his running back had more yards, and he still put the same number. Now I can't explain that. I can only explain the quarterback stat.
Okay, but
like I say, Shador had receivers 1 through 6, and this is his first in-game season. He had them receivers now 1 through 6. Man, they stacked their receivers.
Who stacked their receiver?
Jackson State.
Okay, so why you put up more points? So why you didn't put up more points then if he stacked the receiver?
Like I said, he a freshman.
Oh,
he a freshman.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta get off that freshman crap. When you're pumping him up. Oh, he got this, he got this, he got this, he got this. And then when I ask you why he don't put up more stats, he a freshman, Scotty. He a freshman. He a freshman, Scotty. He a freshman. He a freshman. He a freshman, Scotty. He a freshman. Let's move all that, man. Let me see. Once again, no, y'all niggas don't listen, man. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Y'all niggas don't listen. It's really a hard thing. Sir, he enrolled. You must not watch the Coach Prom documentary. All right. He was there on campus in the spring practicing. You can see him on the Coach Prom documentary taking snap with the ones. Shut that shit up. Is this Blackman?
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Ask your question.
Hey, right. So first of all, I just want to say that I'm probably your first fan / contributor from the Caribbean, right? I'm calling from Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So excellent work, you and the others. I must say that, remember, JSU had switched to a new offensive coordinator after about four games in the bye week. So that has to count for something because everything opened up a little bit more, right? But my question to you is what is it, Scotty, that you have against the Sanders, the entire family? Something about the Sanders riles you up. They get under your skin for some reason. And I want to know why. Why is it that you were saying earlier, Shador doesn't wow you at all? At all. Nothing jumps out at you. Initially, you were saying. And then as I watch you keep giving him his prop finally. But the guy as a true freshman, coming from high school where everybody said that he didn't face any competition and he would be exposed in the SWAC, you have to agree that his poise as an 18-year-old, as an 18-year-old young man, first time at this level at college, playing college ball, he had demonstrated not only a proper quarterback play, but also leadership. He is probably the most consistent leader on the team, week in, week out, right? And that has to count for something. That has to count for something, Scotty.
Okay, so do you want me to answer why they get underneath my skin first, right? And then I can kind of
why?
Okay.
I want to know why.
I think it's the thing for me when it comes to Prime and me and how do I say this? I'm trying to say it without saying it. I'll say this. It's the I get the arrogance. I get it. But it's just certain things that like it's like for real. Like for me, it's like certain things I can jump on the bandwagon with Coach Prime. I really can, and I'll ride them, and I'll ride the bandwagon till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things about what he says or what he does I can rock with, but then the stuff that I don't like, I'm going to bring it up. But what happens is in life, people gravitate towards the negative that I spew at Coach Prime instead of all the. Whenever I do pump him up or glorify him, I'm like, people don't ever recall that. They'll just say, "Oh, Scotty, you're a hater. You're a hater, Scotty. Scotty, you're a hater." But it's very active. If anything, I'm more balanced than anything, right? Because just like you said in the beginning, I said Shador doesn't wow me. He doesn't do anything. And as he's gotten further in the season, you even said it. You started giving him his props. You try to caveat it with saying finally. No, there is no finally. It's when I can't give you props for a freshman and you haven't done anything on it. You haven't done any. You hadn't at that point where people were jumping on the Shedeur bandwagon. He had done nothing. He had not one college game under his belt, but yet you want me to rank him in my top 5 quarterbacks? That don't even make sense. So, and then when I see him play, it didn't. As the season went on, his skill set, like it blossomed. I start seeing, I'm like, wow, his pocket presence is amazing. His command of the offense is great. His poise is great. He's clutch. Like I can give him those. But when I start isolating things that he's not good at, once again, all people ever do is focus on the negative. So even when you telling me what you was telling me in the call, you even tried to emphasize, oh, finally. There is no finally. There is no finally. It's simply saying, yo, Scotty came to his senses and he gave Shedeur his props, or he got more film on Shedeur and he gave him his props as it grow. A hater is somebody, a hater is somebody that sees the progression, that sees greatness, and then you're still denying it or saying, oh, he's not good. Oh, I've seen better or do better. I've never done that to Shedeur. As he's gotten better, I'm like, damn, I think he might be the best thing walking. Oh, damn, he's really good at what he's doing. But people don't ever focus on that. All they're going to get on is when I say Shedeur is not this and Shedeur is not that, which I have every valid right to say it because I either back it up with a stat or I back it up with film. But go ahead.
Correct. And I appreciate that balance, because you have to be balanced, right? But one thing before I leave, I just want to say that a lot of people might not like Coach Prime's approach or his philosophy, but when you're trying to uplift a program and uplift an entire community, the HBCUs and so on, you have to go in with a particular mindset to shake it up, and you have to be super strong mentally, because it's not going to be easy. You talked about the old boys network. How do you break that down as an outsider coming in to try to change the status quo and try to take HBCUs and the SWAC forward, right? And to improve for everybody, not just JSU. You have to be built a particular way, Scotty. And a lot of people might not like your approach, but if you have a goal and a vision in mind, you have to do what you have to do to move the entire thing forward.
So, and
people may not like.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
May not like his style. They may think he's too flashy. And that's what I was saying at the beginning. This is just a stepping stone. Why is he coming to JSU? But you've seen in 1 year the turnaround, what he's trying to do, and now everybody's getting it. Everybody's trying to get it. And like I said, I appreciate the community you have here. I mean, I'm from the Caribbean. I've never followed HBCU football. I've been rocking with college football in general from since Vince Young was at Texas, all the way to RG3 at Baylor, Cam Newton at Auburn, Lamar at Louisville, right? This season, because of you guys, you CFL, Blue Bloods, all the guys, I don't even watch Power 5 college football. I don't care about that. I watch HBCU football, and I'm a Jackson State fan. Right, so don't kill me.
No, you're good. Listen, I was on the same. Listen, when I first jumped on the scene, I was on the bandwagon just as hard as you were. So I'm not denying what it is. And I listen, I always say Dion brought me over here. So, and listen, I understand what you're saying when you're talking about there. And that once again, I've been on saying like, yo, what Prime is doing or what he's done and how he's trying to shake up everything. I'm the one that's saying, yes, I love it. It needs to be more of that, because I deal with it even on my side as a media member, right? I deal with people emailing me talking about, you shouldn't talk about this or shouldn't talk about that, or, you shouldn't be here or doing this or doing that. So when I see Dion go through certain stuff, and I'm like, okay, I can respect that, because I'm new, I'm different, you know what I'm saying? And people have a hard time accepting me. And I have to deal with trolls just like not to the level of Deion, of course, but I got to deal with trolls just to, I got to deal with trolls as well. So I don't have any soft spot for if I come at Deion, because I get came at all the time. And I'm talking about high officials, talking about alumni of schools, talking about ADs, SIDs. They all try to get at me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So when I say what I say is I feel what I feel, and I'm calling a spade a spade. And the thing I'm always going to stick to is, if I feel a certain type of way and something rubs me the wrong way, I'm going to speak on it. Just like Deion can say in his interview, you know me, I keep it 100. I want to keep it transparent with you guys. It's the same way I'm going to feel about what he might say, what the SWAC might do. But it's just funny when it gets tossed at Coach Prime, it's the worst thing possible. When I turn it to Southern, it's not bad. When I turn to Alabama State, it's not bad. When I call Grambling State the trash bags, it's not bad. When I call out all the foolishness in the SWAC, other than Deion Sanders, it's not a problem. But as soon as I turn my weapon and I shoot my shot at Deion, it's the worst thing in the world. It's just funny to me. It's just funny to me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But hey, Mr. Blackman, I appreciate you for calling in. I appreciate you for watching me all the way in the Caribbean. Where you in, like St. Thomas? Where you at? Virgin Islands? Hello? 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 Oh, man. Dang. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yo.
What's good?
All right, two things. One, the graphic that you got up got the wrong number on that. You got to switch to 3 and put a 2.
For who?
The graphic you got up on your live right now is 516359.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
No, it's all good. So my question is, I want to know if Shador would have been awarded SWAC Player of the Year, would you have a problem with it?
Yeah.
You would have a problem.
I would have.
Why would you have a problem with that?
Because he's not the offensive player of the year. It's a stat award. He didn't outthrow a kill. Now, I would say this. I'll tell you this. If it was close, like I'm talking about like maybe Akil's number 8, Shador's number 10. I kind of would have been like, but nah, I wouldn't have gave it. I wouldn't have gave it to him. Like, he's 14. No, I'm not giving you that. Like, no, I'm not. No, you didn't outthrow a kill. You didn't. Your completion percentage is better than him.
I'm with you.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm with you. Like, even me, I'm not even upset with a kill getting it, right? But all I'm saying is that for the stat that Glass has, the actual overall team performance Shador has that he don't have. We can make an argument and say a lot of the stuff that he has is kind of empty calorie type stats. They're not producing no wins for the squad. You feel me?
No, I don't feel you. No, I don't feel you.
And his team is in a championship.
I don't feel you.
You feel me? So
I don't feel you. You're asking me, do I feel you? I don't feel you.
That's all I'm saying. But either way, I'm not debating it. Like, I'm not.
No, I'm debating it. No, I know I'm debating it because you're saying you're diminishing. You're saying it's empty calorie stats. How can it be empty calorie stats if a kill? Listen, let me ask you this: when you're watching a football game with Alabama A&M, what do you say to yourself? Do they have to outscore the team or do they have to stop the team? Let me ask you this. Or are they going to stop the team or do they going to have to outscore the team? Yes or no? What when you watch an Alabama A&M game, what's the first thing that goes through your mind when they're playing? It doesn't matter what team they're playing. What are you saying to yourself? Or they're going to have to outscore a team or their defense is going to stop somebody?
The offense is going to outscore the team.
So how is it
they're going to have a chance to win?
So how is it that everything he does is empty calories? Just because, listen, if
he didn't produce the wins, bro.
He can't play defense. What are y'all like?
I'm with you, but
come on, man. Like, he don't play defense.
Sport, you gotta produce, though, my G. At the end of the day, I feel you, but you have to produce. If your stats don't reflect and don't go over and produce wins, then I can't just give you that hands down. That's all I'm saying.
He's 7-3.
Westbrook should be MVP.
He's 7-3.
Russell Westbrook should be MVP every year over anybody in the league.
He's 7-3 with a team with no defense. He's 7-3. I want to repeat that. He's 7-3 with a team with no defense, with one of the worst defenses in the SWAC. Probably all of SCS, and he's 7-3. He can't stop. He can't throw the ball, jump and become a safety and go pick the ball. What are we doing, man? Like, you're disrespecting his efforts. Every game, I kept saying it all season. If a kill glass is bad, Alabama A&M will never have a chance. Do you know how many games Shedeur wasn't good, and because of the defense, they kept him in the game, and then he got right, and then he won the game?
I'm with you. No argument here on that. And all I'm saying is that we can't just act like he just outright, hands down, it's not even debatable, SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. All I'm saying is that if anybody got pushed back and want to make an argument for Shedeur, they have a valid argument in the fight. It's not like it's just hands down, landslide, glass of the guy. Because that ain't the case when you ain't got the team in that position as Jackson State. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that we should switch it. I'm not saying they got it wrong. I'm just saying it's debatable. That's all I'm saying.
It's not. It's how. Listen. Okay. Let me explain something.
Well, we can agree to disagree, but I'm just saying.
No, okay. Which is okay. No, and I get it. And you're right. It's your opinion. It's your stance. I get it. But let me not try to. I'm not trying to. I just want you to see the bigger picture. If you're a football guy and you're telling me that, let me get a good example. When Aaron Rodgers went to the Super Bowl, his defense was not top 10. It was not fit. That's a bad example, but it's Aaron Rodgers. My thing is this: when you yourself said, oh, they're going to have to outscore teams every game, right? You never said that about Jackson State. You never said that about Jackson State. Jackson State never got into a shootout. Jackson State never had to get into a shootout because why?
Did you watch the Southern game?
That wasn't a shootout. What?
No, he had to perform. If he didn't show up, they would have lost that game. If he did not show up.
Sir, you're missing the point.
I'm not talking about every game. It's not a shootout, but I'm saying
let me finish my point. Let me finish my point, and I'll get back. I'm gonna let you finish. It's not a shootout. That's one. The defense kept him in the game, so when he got right, they won the game. That's my point. Akil's defense could never allow Akil to have a bad game. If Akil was bad 1 through 3, the game is over. There is no coming back in the fourth quarter. Your defense kept you in the game so that in the fourth quarter, Shedeur could get his mind right and throw 2 touchdown passes to Malachi Wideman and win the game. Akil does not have the same luxury. That's what you're missing.
I'm not missing. I'm following you on that, but I'm saying that when you say that Shedeur has to get his mind right and Shedeur has to show up, that's not a given. That's not a given. He has to do it. He still got to go out there and perform. That's all I'm saying, bro. He could have very easily just not showed up. As you like to call him, he a freshman and he going to be a freshman. He could have very easily just not have showed up. But he did it, bro. And so all my thing is that you got to get a man his flowers for that. That's all I'm saying.
I don't gotta give him. I don't have to give him shit. But what I don't gotta give him. I don't gotta give him shit. But my point. I've never taken anything away from Shedeur. That's the emotional part about y'all. Yeah, whatever fan. I don't know if you're a Jackson State fan or whatever fan, football fan or whatever. I've never taken anything away from Shedeur. I haven't. Since on this call, I have never taken anything away from Shedeur. My point is,
you keep missing the defense. You kind of doing it.
The defense is the best part of the team. What are you talking about? Oh my, I gotta let Bama. Y'all niggas is dumb. If you can sit on this chat and tell me Jackson State's defense is not the best part of the team, you're bugging. You don't know football. If you can sit here and tell me, oh, the offense is the best part of Jackson State, you're lying. Come on, man. What are we doing? Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hold on. Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
I just got a question for you. So, who you think, the better quarterback, Shedeur or Akil?
Shedeur.
Like quarterback, not
Shedeur.
Defense, not none
Shedeur.
of that, just in your opinion.
Shedeur.
All right. Why?
Because of his poise.
Like what's the reason?
Pocket presence and poise and his mobility.
Okay, because I'm saying why Glass has more stats because his defense is not that good, so he got to put up 48 points a game. Because if he don't, they gonna lose. Shedeur ain't got to do that much. Shedeur just go 4 touchdowns, and sit back and the defense is gonna eat.
That's what happens.
Oh, that's it, though. I'm just a football person. We can't talk football.
No, you good.
Who you think is the better QB out there too?
No, Shador is the better quarterback. That's the shit that pisses me off. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Shador. That's what makes me sick about all these dumbass Jackson State fans that they're saying they'll call in saying, "Oh, Scotty, you're taking something away from Shador." I've never, not one time on this call have I taken anything away from Shador. What I'm saying to Dion and all the Jackson State love affair is that simply this is a stat award. Shador is not out throwing a glass. He didn't outthrow glass. That never happened. And then secondly, Akil has to do more to be successful. It's that simple.
Yeah, true story.
All right, appreciate the call, man.
But no, that's it though.
No problem. Appreciate the call. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Scotty, man? I'm a Jackson State fan, die hard. But check this out. Why are we talking about Shador, Akil Glass? That's not the miscue. The miscue is Hampton didn't get on the first team.
That's facts. That's big facts. I'll drop all the bombs in the world for that one. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Scotty, you go from defensive player of the year to second team. How you get slotted like that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a Jackson State fan. All these Jackson State fans talking about Shador. Shador's a great quarterback. He's a freshman. He has 2 to 3 more years left. He'll get that stat right there. But what they should be talking about is Hampton.
Facts.
Hampton can actually do more crap than Miller.
But see, once again, and that's the thing. And that's why my point was, I can say, you can, like Shador is a better quarterback than Akil, in my opinion, right? But it's a stat award.
True.
So it's a stat award. So at the end of the day, Keontae is a better linebacker than Aubrey Miller, but it's a stat award. So Aubrey Miller gets it. So there's no argument. Like, I have to give him credit. It's across the board. But I don't think the Jackson State fans see that. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't, that's why I don't like what Dion said. Oh, what he did. He didn't do enough. You keep talking about what your son did. He did not do enough to get the award. So don't put him on a first team when he didn't do what he was supposed to do to get it.
I get it, bro. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, Scotty. I'll be a member. I'm about to be a member right now.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, boy.
All right, man. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, bro, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself? What's your name? Where you come from?
Marcus. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas, man.
Talk to me. Oh, what part of Dallas you from? Oak Cliff? What you McKinney?
Oak Cliff.
Oak Cliff? All
Oak
right,
Cliff.
talk to me. All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I've been back and forth with you a couple times, Scotty, but I just had to call in because of this. Like, you're not comparing apples to apples when you talk about Shador and Glass, bro.
Go ahead.
The reason I say that is because the man had 97 more attempts than Shador. Shador had to go through basically changing the offensive coordinator in the middle of the season because all the other offensive coordinator wanted to do was run slants and crossing routes, which you have said in your shows before. The man just I put it to you this way. If you switch Glass and you switch Shador, who would have the better season?
Akil.
Crazy. Absolute crazy. If you switch them two quarterbacks, JSU don't win the SWAC.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, off the top.
No.
I just don't. You said you used to be a wide receiver. Who would you rather play for, Shador or Glass?
Take
your time. Take your time. I'll wait. Take your time. I'll wait.
But this is the thing with it, right? Because it's not a it's not a quarter, but you're as a receiver. I can play for either one as a quarterback. Now you're talking about systems. If you're talking about systems, I'm playing for Maynard because I know the ball is going to be in the air 30 to 40 times. If you're talking with TC,
that's not what I said.
But if I'm playing,
you tired of all these stupid ass JSU fans. You said that 3 or 4 times, right?
If you're asking quarterbacks, I'll take a kill. I'll take a kill because I know he's going to throw the ball a lot. But see that's the thing. Like, listen, what? Okay, let me say. Let me preference this, right? Let me preference this because at no point in time have I ever said like Shedeur. I never talked about Shedor's arm or Akil Glass's arm. I never differentiated the two. I've never said Shedeur's arm is better or because their arms are. That's
not true, Scotty. That's not true. I'm not gonna let you lie to me.
Go ahead. When have I said that? When have I said that? Go ahead.
Okay, in previous shows, this is what you said. You said Shedeur arm isn't that impressive to you, right?
Uh-huh.
You also said that he was slow. He's not gonna run. He's not gonna beat you out the pocket. 5 minutes ago, you just said that you liked his legs and his mobility.
More than Akil.
Which one is it?
Whoa. If we're comparing it to you're talking a snail. You're talking a snail to a rock. Akil Glass does not run. You're talking a snail to a rock. I'll take the snail over the rock any day. And I've also said, since you want to go back and watch the show, at the same time, I've also said Akil Glass doesn't have the biggest arm. He's even came on my show and said his anticipation is better than a lot of quarterbacks. That's why he can time it better to throw his deep fade. So once again, their arms are nothing like, that's what I'm saying. Their arms are not wow. Nobody wows me with their arm. My thing is this. When you're going to that type of quarterback, now you're talking about the system. If the system doesn't require your quarterback to put the ball in the air 30 to 40 times, then I'm not going to get the ball as a receiver. I'm not like the opportunities Malachi Wideman might get. He's probably got the ball thrown at him maybe 5-6 times. And out of that, he might get 3 or 4 catches. You're talking about somebody like Hilaire who gets like 12 targets and catches it 8 times. You see the difference? It's a scheme. Now we're talking about scheme. Quarterbacks don't dictate how many times the ball gets put in the air. That's the coach. So as a receiver, I would want to play in the perfect scheme, which is Connell Maynard. Quarterbacks don't have nothing to do with that. And you know that.
Okay, so winning wouldn't play a part in your decision, right? That won't play a part in your decision, correct?
Listen, this is my thing. You're not comparing everything. You're picking and choosing what you want to compare. Because you said if you switch,
no, I'm not.
Let me finish. Let me finish. You said if you switch Shedeur and you put Shedeur on Alabama A&M, you put Glass on Jackson State. What happens? Well, now Akil has a defense, so he don't got to worry about putting up 40 points a day. All he got to do is beat 21. Now Shedeur has to go over there and he has to put up 40 points a game. So who becomes the winner? Who becomes the winner?
And that's what I'm explaining to you. Because Glass don't have the leadership that Shedeur has, and that he's prone to making mistakes, right? And he can't patiently take an offense up the field. He's going to have more interceptions. The defense going to be on the field more, and he's going to lose 3 of those games that Shedeur was able to win for JSU.
That's a lie, bro. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. Because now you're talking because Shedeur goes to Alabama A&M, he's putting the ball in the air more than he's used to. So he's not doing 17 of 25 and 17 of 23. He's doing 25 of 35, 30 of 37. That's what his stats looks like. So now you're putting the ball in the air more. That's prone to more interceptions. That's prone to more bad passes. That's prone to a lot of bad things not going your way. That's prone to sacks. Like, you're not talking to a fool over here, my boy, and you're trying to act like you're comparing the right way, but you're not. Not even close, because now Akil Glass on the Jackson State side, he's not throwing the ball 30 to 40 times. Now he can be super efficient. He can throw 20 of 25, 20 of 27, because I got these big body receivers that's going to go get the ball for me. So what are you talking about? You're not comparing the two. When you don't have a defense, you have to score. How many times have I seen Shedeur drop the ball on 3rd down, take a knee, and we'll get the ball back later and punt that jank? Akil Glass does not have the same luxury. He has to go get it. He has to go get it. Now, this will be the only thing I would give you. If you would have came with offensive lines, I would have gave it to you, because Shedeur behind that O-line has to move a little bit more, has to be more shifty as well. I would have gave you that. I wouldn't have had no argument with that. With Shadeur's mobility allows him to do more and help that offense a tad bit more than Akil would have. So there would have been more sacks. I would give you that. But that's the only thing that's the only thing I'm giving you. The other shit you're talking about don't make no sense, because you're not comparing the two, because you're saying as though Shedeur going to walk over there and become all Mr. 20 or 25. That's not true. And he hung up. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Don't listen. You can come with, listen, bro, you can come with facts. I have no problems if you want to talk football, but that shit you talking doesn't make any sense. And just like Lonnie, I have to give Lonnie this. Lonnie is absolutely right. This O-line, absolutely right. Akil Glass behind that O-line, Shedeur probably got 3 or 4 sacks. Shedeur probably got 6 or 7. But at the end of the day, Akil Glass still wouldn't have had to do as much as he had to do at Alabama A&M. And if anybody says different, you're lying. Last caller. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, man. I'm a second-generation Jackson State graduate, and I've been saying that you were a hater, but, man, I'm so embarrassed with all these Jackson State fans calling in, and I don't even claim to know football to that level. It's very simple. It's a stats award. Akil Glass had the best stats. He was on a team where if he didn't show up, they were not going to win. Shedeur did a great job for us, but the award was given the way the award was given. As a second-generation JSU grad, I have no problem with the award the way it was. I think they got it right. And as much as it pains me to say you were right, and most of the Jackson State people calling in complaining are wrong.
Thank you, sir. I don't get a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take them when they can come. Shoot, I appreciate it.
And you know what's killing me to say. Look at saying it to you is almost bad as saying it to somebody themselves.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen, bro. You sound like my girl. She hates telling me I'm right, because she know I get the smug look on my face. I'd be like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. So I hear it all the time, man. I hear it all the time.
But I think that a lot of people just look. Like I said, second generation. You know, I know a lot of us at Jackson State, we went through some lean years, and then we get it thrown in our face a lot. Like, oh, when Deion leave, y'all gonna be back to whatever. And I think that a lot of folks just have to be able to say, you know what, we did go through some lean years, and we don't know how long Sanders is gonna be here. We just need to enjoy this.
Facts.
And when folks say he gonna be gone, remember what I told you last time? Hey, I dated the most beautiful girl for 2 weeks. Now she gone. I enjoyed it. And that's it. But I think we have to be empirical and not let our emotions get the head of us. And we should be thankful for the fact we 10-1. We going into the SWAC championship.
Fair.
We got a chance to play in the Celebration Bowl. This is a wonderful season for Jackson State. And any awards we get, that's just icing on the cake.
Facts, man. Appreciate the call, my boy. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Listen, I don't get many of those, so I'm going to take them as they come, all right? I'm going to take them as they come. Before I get up out of here, make sure y'all go check out me and Kofi. We coming on here 7:30 today, all right? 7:30 today. We are coming back, Mr. Kofi. You already know, Mr. Rattler, all right? You know, strike, gutter ball again, all right? So it is what it is. And also, let me show you how you guys act. The ones that aren't believers, all right? Or I believe, you know what I'm saying? In my Lord and Savior, Deion Jesus Christ Sanders. All right. So this is what y'all look like.
Gotta get going.
No. Stick around. Hang out with us.
Cool. Yeah, we'll stay and hang around with us. With Alice Cooper.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're scum! We suck!
That's what y'all sound like, and that's what y'all look like. Hey, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.